Hello, welcome to another video. My name is Ashley and I'm going to go through some books that I need to finish. So, by books I need to finish, I mean series that I have started and I just have not continued with. They're books that I really need to continue with. I am very fortunate to have a lot of these series already in my possession. I just haven't got to them. So we're doing a video about it. I have three categories. I have adult fantasy, I have contemporary romance, and I have YA fantasy. There might be some crossover, or there might be some that potentially could have gone in adult fantasy, but they're more YA. Just kind of, those are the rough ones. I'm going to go through the fantasy ones first, starting with the adult, going to the young adult, and then I'm going to go into the romance. But yeah, without further ado, here is the series that I need to finish. The first one is I need to read The Kingdom of Copper. I adored The City of Brass. It was one of my favourite reads of that year. And the absolutely lovely Tori has bought me every single book in this series. She bought me one for my birthday last year, she bought me one for Christmas last year, and she bought me the final one for my birthday this year. And I still have not finished this. I have read the first one, I've not read the second or the third one. Obviously, I haven't read the third one. And I'm really annoyed at myself because I really enjoyed it and I need to reread the first one before I go on to the second. I really need to get to this. The second book I really need to read is The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. I read the 5th season a while ago. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well written. I thought it was such an interesting style. I really enjoyed it, and I just haven't gotten around to reading book 2. I don't know if it's because as much as I loved book 1, it was a bit of an overload. And I'm a little bit concerned about reading book 2. But I need to just get over that and just read this because I really enjoyed book 1 and I want to finish the series. So I'm calling myself out on a video about this. I need to finish this. Moving into the YA fantasy ones. I need to read Our Dark Duet. This is a V.E. Schwab book. I really enjoyed this Savage song. I really enjoyed it. I got this a while back. I really enjoyed it. And I just haven't finished it. This one, I do believe, is signed. I went to a sign-in with them and I was like, cool, champion. And I was like, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. I've yet to finish it. I enjoyed the first one. If you've seen my thoughts on the first one from Becca's ratings video with me in it, it was not my favourite, but it was still really good, and I did want to finish the series. I just haven't finished it yet, and I really need to do that. The next one, I'm not going to be too upset with myself because it isn't super late in the game. When did this come out? This came out last year, and that is Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion. I really enjoyed Legendborn. Legendborn was so good. It's such an interesting take on it. It was really well done. It was really well written. It just kept me engaged for as long as possible, and I really enjoyed it. I picked this up when we went to Edinburgh for Rose Patreon meetup, and I've yet to read it. That's on me. It just looks so good. I'm so excited to read it. The next one is Mina and the Slayers by Amy McCall. I'm not going to beat myself up too much on this one. I only bought it like a couple of months ago, but I really enjoyed the first one. It's very vampire heavy. I adore vampires. If you saw my my Stitch and Bitch, you know that Buffy is one of my favourite series. I've been obsessed with vampires for ages, and this has enough like nostalgia for vampires that it really, like, the first one was just really cool. I was also really curious where this was going to go after the first one, so I need to get to it. Also, I just love that it looks like a VHS. Like, that's just the subtle hints to things like that. Just, I love it. And the final YA fantasy book that I need to read is A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. I adored the first 3 books in this series. Ember in the Ashes was fantastic. It was so, so good. And this is the last book. If I finish this book, I have finished that series. And I've yet to pick it up. And I think the issue was I read the first 3 quite quick off the bat. And then when this book came out, I didn't pick it up straight away. So when I went to go to read it, I had no idea what was going on. Which was not, that wasn't ideal. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to reread the books to get to this one. And I just haven't done that yet. But I really, really need to, because I would love to know what happens in the conclusion of this. And yeah, it's also one series that I will have finished. So hopefully soon I can get to this one and I can get this series finished. So the next 3 are my contemporary romances. 2 of them aren't too bad. This one I've had for about a year. And everyone raves about it. Everyone loved the first one. I really enjoyed the first one. And it is Hook, Line and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. I really enjoyed It Happened One Summer. It is not my favourite romance, but it was really, really good. And I've heard some really, really amazing things about this one as well. And I should have read them. I should have read it. And I just haven't. I really should. Because I've heard really good things. But yeah, this has been sitting on my shelves for like a full year. The next one I only got a couple of weeks ago, and this was sent to me by the lovely Chloe for my birthday, and it was Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. This is the 3rd book in the, is it called the Spoiler Alert trilogy? I don't know what this series is called, but the first one is Spoiler Alert, the second one is All the Feels, and I loved the 2 first ones. I'm really excited to see what this one is going to bring. They're really cute. And yeah, the second one almost made me DNF. Like, well, once I'd finished the book, I was very, very upset until I read the short story online. And I was very, very happy after that short story. But I'm really excited to read this. But yeah, like I said, I've only had this for a couple of weeks. So I'm not going to kick myself too much for not reading this. But yeah, the last one is probably the most shocking for my contemporary romance reads, because this is my favourite romance series. I've not read The Final Offer by Lauren Asher. I started it. It's only 13 pages in, and I'm slightly concerned about it. So the reason I'm concerned about it is this is about Cal, who is the 3rd and final brother in the trilogy. And he's amazing. I really, really like him. But he is put out there as an ex-addict, or an addict, because you never really recover fully. But he is a recovering addict. He is an alcoholic. He was in substance abuse. He has been to rehab. And he's a bit of a joker. He is one of my favourite characters. He has ADHD. He's very, very fun. He's very, very all over the place. And he's fantastic to read. But I'm really, really, really concerned about his backstory in this, because alcoholism is often a trigger for me. And I'm just a little bit concerned that it's going to play a big part in this, because this book is about him reconnecting with an ex-partner of his. And I feel as if the reason that they're an ex-partner is potentially something to do with the alcoholism. So I'm very, very concerned that this is going to like upset me. And we don't want that, especially from my favourite series. So I'm being very, very gentle with myself with this one. And I don't want to push myself to read it too quickly. I want to be in the right moment for it. I want to be in the right mood for it. And if I decide I don't want to read it, that's 100% fine as well. I do not mind passing up on it. But yeah, that is all of the series I want to continue with. It's probably not all of the series that I should continue with, because I have a lot. But those are the ones that I was looking around my shelves and I was like, these are the ones that I could probably like read. And yeah, let me know if you have finished any of these series. Let me know what you recommend. and maybe I'll get to them. I'm not saying that this is going to be a check back in 12 months to see if I've read these series, because I'm not that organised. And yeah, hopefully I will have finished some of them. I can't tell. I might do like almost these books will self-destruct in 12 months, but not in the I will react to this video in a year maybe and see if I've read them. And we can laugh at my inability to read my books. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.